Good morning, everybody. My name's Erin, and as Jim kindly introduced me, I am the University of Canterbury Students Association President, which is basically a title that means I'm here employed full-time to work for you as the students of University of Canterbury. But I'll tell you a little bit about the UCSA in a moment. Firstly, who's excited about starting university next week? Yeah, kind of. Who's a little bit nervous about starting university next week? Yeah, okay. So this is my 7th year at the University of Canterbury, which is a little bit scary to say as a concept. So I studied here for 5 years. And when I finished high school, I went through a little bit of a phase of not quite being sure what I wanted to do and not quite being sure where I wanted to go. And so I made what turned out to be the best decision I ever made and came to the University of Canterbury. And I started off at university and I didn't know a whole lot of people. I didn't go into a hall of residence. And I wasn't quite sure about, how I was going to get along and whether I was actually going to enjoy the place or not. And the one thing that I learnt, and the one thing that I would give to you today, and I know you're going to get a lot of information imparted to you today, and a lot of people will hand you free things, and a lot of people will say, here, take this piece of information. But it's just to get involved with what the university offers. Whether that's getting involved in your lecture, getting involved in your hall of residence, or getting involved in meeting other people that you can. And as Jim said before, the person you met before, say hello to them again. Because the University of Canterbury is absolutely unique in terms of what it offers to students. And I'm really proud to say that the University of Canterbury Students Association plays quite a role in that in facilitating what I believe is the best student experience that you could possibly have when you come to this university. So the University of Canterbury Students Association is quite different and is quite unique. But we do a couple of things. And so the first thing I'd say to you is probably, because you'll all be on Facebook, I have no doubt, is to go onto Facebook and facebook.com/the-UCSA, hit the microphone, and have a look at our page and see what we do. And that's a great way for you to be able to stay informed with things that are going on campus. So with things that are happening, with things that are changing, or to ask questions and say, I'm not sure about this, do any other students know the answers to that? As well as that, we run a whole host of clubs and events. So at the University of Canterbury, there's over 120 affiliated clubs. So that means no matter what your interest, I'll do it again, goodness. No matter what your interests or what you want to be involved in, whether that's engineering and you want to join NSOC, the Student Volunteer Army, right through to the Debating Society or even the Potluck Club. There's a whole range of clubs that you can get involved in and come and meet other students who are interested in the same sort of things. We also run a whole lot of orientation events. So for example, this year we've got 26 events being hosted over the next week and a half. And that's all designed to give you an opportunity to come along and have a chat and meet other students and go to some pretty exciting things as well. And I'm not allowed to give you any more details at this point, but I can tell you if you keep watching the Facebook page, then you might just see that there's some more opportunities to get involved in orientation become available. And we'll be announcing that really shortly. So it's worth having a look at. As well as that, one of the other problems that often happens as a student is that the university can be a pretty big and overwhelming place. Sometimes if you've got a question or you're not sure who to go to, it can be a little bit intimidating. And we understand that. Having been students here ourselves, we know what that feels like at times. And so we've got a really strong advocacy and welfare focus as well. The Advocacy and Welfare Department run things like dental schemes. So as of this year, which is a new program that we've just launched, you'll be able to get a $10 checkup for your teeth through the UCSA, which is pretty exciting. And as well as that, we'll also be offering things like welfare support in terms of hardship funds and food banks if you get stuck. The important thing to remember from this is not all the different things that I've said, but basically to know that we're here to support you in any way that we can. And so between us and the university, all of the people in the red shirts that you see around here today are here to make sure that you have the best possible time. But that also means that you sometimes just need to tell us if we can do anything to help you out with that. Today you'll see you have an amazing opportunity to walk around campus. I think you're seeing things like seeing the Foundry over on the side and seeing the different events that are on. And tonight we've got the Summer Fete, which is happening just over on the lawns, and that's an absolutely open event that we'd love you to come and join us. We've got a whole lot of food stalls and different entertainment happening, and we'd love for you to come down and meet people. And if I'm going to embarrass them, if you look down the back, you can see people who are wearing similar t-shirts to what I am, and they're part of the UCSA executive. So there's 12 students, and so we govern the UCSA, and we're elected every year to do this. So we do this because we love students and we want to support you as best you can. Throughout orientation, you'll see people in t-shirts like this. Don't hesitate to come up, ask a question, say hi, just come and have a chat. We'd love to get to know you, and we look forward to seeing you over, over the coming weeks at the university. You as students are the most important thing about this university, and you have the most amazing opportunity, but get involved, ask questions, talk to people, and enjoy being in what I believe is the most exciting place to be at the moment. Enjoy the rest of your day, and good luck for your lectures and the start of university next week.